All right, time now for what are the odds? And as we just talked about, Jamal wants a trade. So if Jamal gets his way, what teams have the best chance of trading for him? The Cowboys, a plus 250. The team he wants to go to, they have the best chance. So if you bet $100, you're going to win at $250. Jamal did like a picture of himself in an Eagles jersey. The Eagles are at a plus 800 and being reunited with Todd Bowles in Tampa Bay, plus 1,800. Okay, guys, realistically, say Jamal gets his way. Where is the best spot for Jamal to land?
I would say anywhere but Dallas, because I think unless Dallas blows you out of the water with the offer, I would say anywhere but Dallas for the simple reason of the fact that you don't want to give in to them. If this gets to that point and you're Joe Douglas, unless the offer is better, there's no way you could send him to Dallas because you are sending a message to the rest of your team, stop your feet and you go wherever you want. So you start thinking, where does Joe Douglas have history? Baltimore, Philadelphia, and maybe he does somebody a favor or they work out a sweetheart of a deal. The only problem and the only, where I see is salary cap space for these teams. And they're going to have to pay him eventually. And that's where Tampa makes some sense because how long can Tom Brady keep going? So they will have some form of salary cap relief going on in the future, Eamon, once Tom Brady retires. And yeah, there's the Todd Bowles thing there. So that to me might make some sense. And if you're the Jets, you don't have to deal with him very often if he's in Tampa.
Obviously, he would love going to Tampa Bay to be reunited with Todd Bowles and make a chance at a run at the Super Bowl with Tom Brady there. But I think the logical place he's going to end up is Baltimore. I think they know they're in the same conference with Patrick Mahomes. So even though their star quarterback is very young also, they need to get better than the Kansas City Chiefs, and they need to find a way to stop Patrick Mahomes, and having one of the best defensive players on your team to join an already solid team would make Baltimore think about doing something that is sort of out of their DNA to make a big deal. They have a lot of starters coming back, so I don't think they'd be that hesitant to give up draft picks. And I think obviously John Harbaugh, defensive-minded coach, and like I said, knows that he has talent. They were the number one seed overall, but they're not getting over the hump if they don't figure out a way to stop Patrick Mahomes. And I think Jamal Adams would obviously help that. So I think Baltimore would be more willing than some of these other teams to overpay for Jamal Adams, Ralph.
Yeah, Adams has a list of 8 teams, of course, that he would like to be traded to. Baltimore is one of them. They do make a lot of sense. Someone to replace Earl Thomas, someone to lead their growing defense. Seattle is another one that to me makes a lot of sense. They have a great offense, but their defense has been falling apart in recent years. It's no longer the Legion of Boom. Both of them have enough flexibility in the salary cap to get it done. But the problem to me is that salary cap and the contract. And even if Jamal Adams were to say, you know what, I'm good with my contract, I'll wait a year or wait 2 years or whatever, there is no team in the NFL that is going to give up what the Jets are asking for, or what they will be asking for a guy that's not signed long-term. They're not going to take that chance and give up 2 first-round picks to do it. They're going to want him signed, which means they need cap room now and they need cap room in the future. Not a lot of the teams on the 8 that he has on his list have cap room. Some of them, like the Eagles, are projected to be over the cap for next year, and that's an issue. But another big issue for these teams right now, in the middle of this pandemic, facing a season maybe without fans and possibly, according to the union, as much as $3 billion in revenue losses, no one knows what the future financial situation is going to be in the NFL, so no one's going to give him that big contract right now.